Good afternoon and welcome back to Citizen at 1. Now, Jubilee senators have defended President Uhuru Kenyatta's move to suspend 6 of the Judicial Service Commission and appoint a tribunal to probe them. The senators, who were led by Senator Majority Leader Professor Kindiki Kithure, dismissed claims by their court rivals that the Jubilee government was tailoring the judiciary to suit their 2017 election poll. Kendagoro Obadiah now joins us live on phone from Parliament Buildings for details on this story. Good afternoon, Kendagoro. What are the latest details that you can give us on this row between Jubilee and court regarding the Judicial Service Commission? Seem to have lost contact there, but we will get him back on the phone shortly. And moving on to other stories, and former Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula has urged President Uhuru Kenyatta and the Jubilee government not to interfere with the judiciary. Speaking in Bungoma County, Wetangula maintained that the judiciary was independent and that the government should stay out of the judiciary's activities.
We will not stand by and watch the judiciary being bastardized, the judiciary being raped, the judiciary being belittled, and the judiciary being messed up. There is a court order stopping the president from creating a tribunal to investigate the judiciary.
To business news now, and APA Insurance has made a 500 million shilling interim payment to the Kenya Airport Authority KAA for the damage caused by a fire that gutted down the international arrival section of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. KAA approximates that the fire that reportedly paralyzed operations at the airport caused over 2.4 billion shillings in damages.
Congratulations for all that you are doing at this office.
The payment that we've just made to KAA of Kenya shillings 500 million is an interim payment to help KAA with the rehabilitation process, and that because work is still ongoing to come to the final figures that I cannot be able to tell you at this time, because the loss adjusters, engineers and other professionals, investigators and all that are still working on this investigation.
The third parties are not covered under this policy. What is being paid, what we are responsible is only for the property which is belonging to Kenya Airports Authority only. Yes.
The demolition of the building will start almost immediately. We are going to get an expert to demolish, because it's some technical work. There's relocation of services that is required, but the demolition will start immediately. So Terminal 4 must be operational, the interim terminal must be operational, and we're expecting that by January these two should be operational. So anytime thereafter, when we conclude the design, we get the contractors, we can probably begin the redesign of Unit 1, 2 and 3 and a new arrival.
I'm going to revisit a story which we had earlier, in which Kendagoro Obadiah is at the Senate in regards to Jubilee speaking out on the Justice Service Commission. Good afternoon, Kendagoro. I'd like to ask you for the latest developments on this row, this ongoing row between Jubilee and court in regards to the Justice Service Commission. What can you tell us?
Well, good afternoon, Michelle. As you know, there's been a row that has emanated from the move by President Uhuru Kenyatta to suspend the 6 commissioners of the Judicial Service Commission and appointing a tribunal to investigate their conduct. And what has happened is that the opposition, which is the coalition, has lashed at the president, saying the president has acted in contravention of the law, and that there is an underhand deal by the president and his deputy to tailor the judiciary to suit their ambitions in 2017, just in case of an election dispute. Those words have not augured well with the Jubilee side, and today members of the Senate coming from the Jubilee coalition came out strongly to defend the president, and they are saying that the president acted well within the law and that it is in his mandate to appoint a tribunal once the National Assembly advises so. Remember, a Kenyan filed a petition against the Judicial Service Commission, and the National Assembly has deliberated on that matter and has advised the president to suspend the commissioners and appoint a tribunal to be able to investigate the conduct. And those who will be found culpable, then they will not have a place in the judiciary, and other people will be appointed to take their jobs. And so what the senators are saying here, they're saying the president had no choice, because if he had not appointed a tribunal to investigate these commissioners, then he would be acting against the law. It is well within the law for the president to have suspended the commissioners and appointed the tribunal. And on the underhand deals, the claims by court that the president and his deputy are working on something to cushion themselves in 2017. They have a lot to do now before 2017, and their focus is not the judiciary. In fact, they are saying members of the Judicial Service Commission, the commissioners, some of them, their term is coming to an end in 2 years' time. The Chief Justice is also, his term is also coming to an end very soon. And so they're saying there is no point to say that the Jubilee government is trying to intimidate and trying to muffle the judiciary. They're saying it's not in their interest, and they are not targeting any of them. In fact, it is not in the power of the president and the deputy to appoint any member of this commission, because members of the Judicial Service Commission come from different departments. There are people from LSK, and it is for the LSK to appoint a person that would come and serve in the Judicial Service Commission. So they're saying there's no way court can claim that the president wants to manipulate, because it is not within his powers. What the president has done, he has acted according to what the Parliament, the National Assembly, has advised, and they will be investigated. If they are found innocent or they are found to be fit, then they will continue to serve. And if they are found to have erred, or if there are issues that may cause them to terminate their duties at the Judicial Service Commission, then it will be so. But it is not for the president to decide. That's the much that the Jubilee side is saying. We understand that there will be a response this afternoon. We hear that the Judicial Service Commission commissioners, those who have been suspended, will be moving to court to try and seek some reprieve from the courts. And it will just be wait and see to see how this whole thing plays out. But and as far as the tribunal is concerned, the Jubilee side is determined to move on and be able to subject these commissioners to scrutiny and see whether there is anything that would cause them to be removed from the Judicial Service Commission. Michelle.
Right, thank you very much, Ken.